Welcome, viewers. I've got some time to myself, which means my wife has gone to work. So I thought I'd answer a few of the questions that you guys have been giving me. And yes, I did get questions. Sure, I got questions. Don't think I'm interesting enough to get questions? Why wouldn't I get questions? Why wouldn't I get questions? Anyway, first question.
Do you destroy a record every show?
Kind of. I love records. I have lots of records. See, here are my records. But like many vinyl people, or people who like vinyl, or people who have vinyl, my vinyl collection in Australia got started when I found a huge milk crate full of records outside of a door in Newtown, just sitting on the street for anybody to take. I thought, I could be that person. I don't have a record player, but I like having records around. I eventually got a record player. I don't just have them just for fun. Well, that's kind of cool. I do like that idea. But anyway, obviously in those there were some great records. There was some junk. There was a lot of junk. So originally what I used to do is I would paint on them. I used to do stencil art for t-shirts, and records are a great way to practice, make sure how a design's gonna look. And this one, this particular favorite, art is a tard. That's based off of a little card that my wife got me when we were first going out. That's kind of sweet. And later, I decided that to go with this whole cover versions thing. That's the point where I started to take some of these old junker records that I had and using my Posca pen and varying silver pens of various make and effectiveness. And I started my junk pup. You can see here, that was the one for the honey and fig blue cheese tart. That's the Tchaikovsky one I haven't gotten to yet. So you can see some of these were used for spray paint tests. There's my Epic Metal Chili. And the nice thing about using Posca pens is that they're water soluble. So if I need to, I can just wipe them off and start over again, which is good, so that I don't have to go into St. Vincent de Paul, pretend to be interested in, damn it, where'd that Johnny Mathis one go? Pretend that I liked James Freud's solo stuff. He was good with the models, but really whiny on his own. That's the explanation of the records. What equipment do I use? I use a variety of cameras. Initially I couldn't afford cameras, so I used my trusty iPad with its rather terrible little camera. Stuck that on top of a cookbook, and that was the initial camera for the very first cover version. It was called Cooking Sunday, then I hadn't gotten the whole theme going yet. And then I also used my handy dandy iPhone. This is a 4S, this is not the original phone that I started with. That was the one I had as my close-up, occasionally hanging off the sides of the cupboard. Also, when I started, I had one of these. This is a Cisco flip cam. I'm sure you've seen them before. I actually bought this because I won an art competition at my old work for some of the photos that I had done. And they gave me a gift certificate. I didn't know what to buy. I thought I'd take a punt. I would buy my first video camera. I still use this, although I've run into a few problems with the white balance, low light qualities. When you need something to sit in front of an oven and just take a continuous shot of an hour, this one is your friend. Later, I actually got a Sony NEX-5N, which is what I'm recording on at the moment. Got a couple of different lenses for that, a fisheye, which I'm using now. Check it. Whoa. Whoa, it's pretty cool. I also have a 18 to 55 millimeter lens. I'm looking at some of the bigger ones, but God, they are so expensive. Seriously, for a bigger zoom lens, we had $1,200. That's more than I paid for the camera. Also, through a couple of deals on Catch of the Day, I managed to pick up this Sony Pluggy, which is okay. It shoots in 60 frames per second like the Flip, and it can occasionally do 1080p. It's got this great little touch focus, but it is unwieldy as hell. I'm constantly having it fall over, not sit straight, and it shifts in perspective, so there's some downsides with that. Nice thing though, if you look right there, that's a little ring, and I use these guys, these little magnetic lenses from PhotoJojo. They go on your iPhone as well. They're really handy. Most recently, I got this. It's a little GoPro Hero 2 rather. It shoots in 1080p as well as 720p. It also does that really nice 120 frames per second slow-mo. As well as some great time-lapse options. It was about 300 bucks, and it was a great investment. I'm actually really impressed with how this is done. Downside, no screen. I have no idea what it's going to look like until I get it home. It's also got this handy-dandy case, which means it's like shockproof and waterproof and stuff, although I always hate waterproof things because you never know if it's going to work until, whoa, God, until you drop it in the water. As for software, I have Final Cut Pro. I don't use it. I paid for it. I paid 300 bucks for it. but it's just so counterintuitive. It breaks my brain. So I stick with Adobe Premiere Pro, specifically the CS4 version, because I was able to find it. Works for me, it does all kinds of resolution, I'm very happy with that. Previously I used Corel HD Video Studio and it was awful. The first few were rendered on that, took hours and looked not great. As for what I use, see this monster? This is my Mac Pro. There are many like it, but this one is mine. It's huge. It cost me a bomb. It's got 8 cores plus 8 virtual cores, 12 gigs of RAM, everything that I probably don't need but want to have, and I love it to death. It's made things so much easier. I don't know, what else do I do? I listen to lots and lots of music, as you can imagine. My drawing has ballooned over the last little while. I have lots and lots of drawings, and these are just the ones I haven't indexed yet. Comic books. Here are some you should be reading. Warren Ellis, Transmetropolitan. Amazing. Hunter S. Thompson. In the future! Also crazy, funny, social conscience stuff. It's very, very good. See also Sandman, Fables, Grant Morrison's Animal Man, Hack Slash. See, that was a slash that I did right there. Lock and Key. Scary stuff. I was a Marvel guy for a while, but I've kind of fallen away. I'll dip in occasionally, but not much. I don't really read DC, just, you know, knowing about it and watching podcasts about it. Oh, that reminds me. I watch a lot of podcasts. I watch pretty much the entire Revision 3 suite, you know, NSFW and Framerate and a few other things over at Twit, as well as random ones like Weird Things and some of the stuff on the Frog Pants Network. Also, I love magic tricks. I love playing cards. Like, look at all these cards. These are all various special editions and fancy looking cards and, ooh, hey, green ones. See? Isn't that cool? And maybe, if you're lucky, I will show you a magic trick, but not today. I'm rambling enough as it is. Guest bakers, guest cooks, guest people who come onto the show and do things that I don't have to do. I am all for it. My wife has done some baking, that's Tanya. It was for the Christmas episode. Charlotte and Gonzi came on last time, and that was a whole lot of fun. They came over, we drank some wine, we had some food. It was a good time. I know that I follow lots and lots of fantastic food blogs. Way better than me. People like NotQuiteNigella.com. All the people who are behind Alpha Bakes, More Than Occasional Baker, Caroline Makes, although Caroline Makes is mostly crafty stuff. Muppies. I've stolen lots and lots and lots of recipes from Muppies. Bite Me, Show Me. Nami over at Just One Cookbook. Top-notch stuff. Oh, new one. Let Him Eat, which is run by N for Nihilism on Twitter. Just starting out, very cool food blog. You should check it out, especially if you live in Newtown. Lots of very topical stuff. Hotly Spiced, Jasmine Tea, Flavors of the Sun. Look, if I've missed you, I'm sorry. I have a ton of blogs on my RSS reader. You're all great, and I'd love to work with any of you. Yes, even you. I'm talking to you with my voice. Donations and sponsorships. I'd love to do them. I think it would be a great idea. I'm currently struggling with the whole, do I have an ABN? Can I do a PayPal thing if I don't have an ABN? Apparently this is classified as a hobby, so I don't know if I can officially get an ABN without paying like a buttload of tax. But look, fair enough, I might just put a donation button on the site. If you donate, that's awesome. I love your face, and you guys impress me so much. Or if you donate $20 and above and send me a link, I will plug whatever you want. I'll do a little sponsor read, I'll do it like this, you know? That's my sponsor read face. I'll plug your Twitter, I'll plug your blog, point it towards a friend's site. I'll do a personal shout out, because that's the most interesting thing that's come out of this whole cover versions experiment. The community, the people who are involved are so cool. All you guys are great. I love the comments that come in. I love the emails. I love participating in these challenges. I mean, I haven't really done Alpha Bakes, so I could probably get involved more with that. I love stalking your blog, seeing you on Twitter, following you on Instagram, hint, hint, at Lokified. And it's just been a really great experience. And so I'm gonna help you guys out. Here's the deal. If you, yes you too, up the back. If you leave a comment or fill out my survey, which is still up there, little link, do any of that, or donate or sponsor or anything if you are involved in my site in any way within the next week, so that's between the 5th and the 12th of June, I will send one lucky person this. It's Green Food Generations by Hayden Wood. It is a great cookbook. It's got lots of amazing recipes, as well as it's got interviews with a lot of green producers in Australia. It's top-notch stuff. You, yes you, could win this book, open to residents of Australia, sorry, the folks in the UK and the US. It's gonna cost a bomb to send if I do it that way. I'll see if I can find something else for you later. But look, you can have this. You want this. This is pretty good. Anyway, Jesus. Okay, slightly dented. Second hand. Yeah. Wow, that fell really fast. So, as always, like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube thing, do the comment thing, do the Squarespace thing, put me on your RSS read, tell your friends, retweet me, follow me on Twitter at CoverVersionsTV, my own crazy adventures at Lokified, Lokified. Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, and I'll see you later.